Guys, hey guys. Hey, what's up, my Dorito posters? Are you insane crunchy and say so and pirate and cheese? Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to shut down, the Lost Stage stream, the first time around because, real life decided to scuff up for me. Yeah, unfortunately, the water, decided, to glitch out. The toilet, kept running, so I had to, go fix that real quick. And unfortunately, I had to do it, during stream, so I thought I, might as well start over. Because, that's awfully inconvenient. I don't want to do real life, DIY, when I'm trying to, do things. So I had to start over, unfortunately. Alright, which means I have to start all over with the password again. No. Alright now, hey, Annabelle. Yeah, the water, alright, yeah. Yeah, okay, it's just that the water, decided to mess up on me and, it, caused the toilet to malfunction again. Last time it did it, caused the toilet to, not stop running until, it started to, settle down. And I kind of had to address it, so I had to, restart the entire stream over again because it, started happening during the stream. Which really sucks for me, unfortunately. Alright, now, I'm sorry about that. I will try to calm down. I'm sorry. Hey, Corrupted Circuit, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I highly appreciate that. Alright, this password's gonna be pretty long to put in, so we're gonna be here for a while. Before, the game actually starts, because we need to transfer data. Hopefully I'm not scuffing it up. Alright. Is that an S or a 5? Alright, I'm gonna try put it. Alright, I think that's an S. Password stream, yeah, password stream indeed. Yeah, you know how it is with the passwords, and Golden Sun the Dark, Golden Sun, and Golden Sun. You're like really, really long for no reason. And I'm using the longest password possible because why not? Alright, now where's the %? Alright, could I please stop belching, please? Alright, please. Please, body, cooperate with me, please. Cooperate. Don't, bug out too. Come on. Alright, we're getting an ad break going on. Alright, is that an F? It looks too similar to an E. I don't like it. Alright, M, and I need a lowercase I. I need an uppercase R. Uppercase R, and that's an uppercase C. Alright, that's a 9, right? At least I think that's a 9. Alright, Y. Alright, capital N. Yeah, I made sure to be very careful about this and double check it, real quick when I was writing it down, so. By the way, I did take screenshots of, the password just in case, it screws up. And I will probably double check everything to make sure, everything is up to par. Alright, now, where's the lowercase k? Alright, now, alright, now. R at 8. Be quiet, telemarketers! Go away! Stop! Shut up! Ah! Why do they always call it late at night, huh? Nobody important does that. Ah, go away. Ah, please be quiet. R as in pirate? R as in R, I'm a pirate. And alright, yeah. R as in read. Everything's a scuffed right now. Methinks they didn't want to add a link function to there. Yeah, they didn't add a link function. Yeah, they did have a link function for this game originally, back when it was on the Game Boy Advance, but unfortunately, since I'm playing it on Switch Online, I'm not able to do that, sadly. So, yeah. If I was playing this a different way, it'd probably be a little different. Maybe. Alright, could everything please stop, interrupting the stream? Telemarketers are so rude. I mean, they're trying to scam anyway. Hello, we're definitely, working for Windows. By the way, if your computer's malfunctioning, you should definitely you should definitely, let us hook up to your computer, and also definitely give us Google Play cards. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not a scam, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, definitely 100%
These
not.
donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
I agree, nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. I agree, nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. So, by the way, did the sound actually show up for that? Yeah. I hope it did, yeah. So, I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep the sound on for that, but every time the computer updates it, shuts it down for some reason. Yeah, I might be because I'm using a third-party thing to try and get it because it doesn't come because the computer doesn't come with it with default. So hopefully it's working. It's working on your end, right? All right, now this one just spells bus, which is really nice. Sort of like succubus or school bus. A lot of people accuse me of being a succubus. Yeah, it did? Okay. Thanks, Cinnabon, for telling me that. Alright, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. That would stress me out to no end if that didn't work again. Well. Frickin' Windows. I keep telling them to put it back on, but they keep turning it back off. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Alright, by the way, how are all you guys doing today? I hope you're having a better night than I currently am, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I'm kind of still stressed out, unfortunately, so I'm sorry if I'm not, my usual self right now. So I'm really sorry about that. Sorry about that, I'm kind of letting every little thing, get to me now, and, that's sometimes what I do when I get, super stressed out, so I'm sorry. Alright, this just spells out Mithril, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Makes it nice and simple. Alright, now, where's the lowercase e? E as in E, as when Angela, does E. You guys remember Trials of Mana, right? I mean, if you don't, I'd be happy to play Trials of Mana again. Granted, Trials of Mana is probably not the best remake in the whole world. Considering that Trials of Mana, but considering it was kind of one of the first ways, we knew about Trials of Mana here in the West. It's and they were kind of working on, making Final Fantasy VII back then. Don't worry about it, Andy, it happens. Reindeer noises, just take a breath, relax, and have some Mountain Dew and corn chips. Ow! Not with the corn chips again, why do you guys... Why? Oh, right, that's because Dorito is a gamer meme. Yeah, Doritos and Mountain Dew are the food of gamers, man. Yeah, that's right, I'm a gamer bat. Late gamer bat. Of course, Odessia, is way better at video games than I am, and you know what Odessia's power, is in the lore? Her power, allows her to, basically conjure and manipulate pixels. Which, is basically saying she has the power of video game magic. You remember that one guy, in Bobobo that, had the pixel magic? Had that super fist of pixels or whatever it was called? Yeah, it's a little like that, yeah. Only it's much more related to video games, yeah. Also decided to go to Dream and become a PNG tuber character in the work of that. Ooh, nice. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, we're currently on a third... Oh yeah, alright now. Sorry, I'm letting myself get distracted, so... Alright now, what's the next one? Alright, pound sign, alright now. Alright now, where's the B? Alright, that's a B, right? Yeah, I think that's a B. Alright, PWK... That's a pound sign. Alright, now, obviously, you guys can't see the password, obviously. Alright, now, where's the... Alright, now. Yeah, there's a reason why, most passwords, when they're, nowadays don't, use things that are, kind of look similar to each other. Except when they do. Yeah, there's a reason they don't do that anymore. It makes it a little bit easy. It makes it a little bit easier. Plus, they don't look, super similar to it. Plus, the numbers and symbols don't look super similar to each other. Yeah, that's just kind of a one thing I noticed when doing, Nintendo eShop card codes. You know, back when I was, you know, buying those for the Switch. Oh wait, that's an X, isn't it? I almost mistake that for a Z. Alright, that's an X and an and sign. You know, a slightly different and sign than what I'm used to. Oh wait, wait, that's an at sign, right, yeah, the other one. How long is the password? I'm up to line 3. Alright, I'm up to line number 3. And I'm kinda getting distracted and, you know, taking a little bit too much time, so yeah, it's gonna alright. Luckily once we get past 3, it'll be basically halfway over, basically. Right now, where's that 5? Alright, now next one is 8. Alright, now where's the capital? Oh wait, the capital Q is this way. Hey, very long, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the password is very long, yeah. I'm using the longest one and I'm not sure if I'm getting it all correct, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, do invalid and I have to, you know, go back and, you know, look through everything, every little line to, you know, get it right, because I'll have to basically do that on my own. Alright, hopefully I'm getting it right the first time. I made extra sure that, you know, I made extra sure it was, you know, correct when I was writing it down, so. But, you know, sometimes I don't get things, you know, correct, you know, sometimes I don't get things correct like this. Because sometimes my brain, you know, decides, you know, it wants to run haywire. You know, being someone with ADD and schizophrenia and all that. So absurd to expect you to write a password this long? I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I can agree with that, yeah. Yeah, you're right about that, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to say yeah. Right now, that's a 2. Why do they have a 2 and a Z? Nah, I think 2 and Z look a little too similar to each other. Alright, that's an X, right? And I need to do an and sign. There was an alternate way on a VGA, but they decided not to take that into account on Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, the GBA, yeah. Yeah, that is true, unfortunately. Alright, now. We got Q, as in Cutie Pie, which you guys are. Yeah, especially Innoben, he's like the super duper, you know, #1 cutie pie. Alright, and we got an S as in Sneak, which, you know, and Innoben is, you know, afraid of snakes because, you know, they try to eat him, because one of the snake VTubers tried to eat him. Yeah, but, you know, when snake VTubers, you know, want to, you know, quote-unquote eat somebody, it's usually in a 30 way. Yeah, you know, Vapira, you know, is saying she was gonna eat me, and, you know, she's a snake. Yeah, and I was like, yeah. Yeah, Vapira Princess Aria, you know, Aria. Yeah, she's a snake VTuber, yeah. Well, yeah, she's based on that one D&D class. What is it called again? One D&D creature, you know, the one that, you know, is like snakes. Yeah. Yeah, although I think Lamias are a little bit sexier, but, you know. Yeah, it probably wouldn't end well if you ate Innoben because she would explode into nuclear bunnies too. No, nuclear bunny. Alright, Innoben going nuclear is pretty much par for the course for him. You know, because Innoben is the master of explosions. Yeah, if Innoben were in a game, you know, he'd probably would learn how to use explosion magic and would probably use it all the time until he got really good at it. And then he'd probably, you know, put every point into explosion to make it, you know, nice and big. You know, it's a bit like Mega Man. I wish I was deserving of such a title. Nuclear bunny. Now, of course, Innoben wants to be a nuclear bunny. Master of the explosion magic. I mean, technically speaking, there is a magical girl in my world that, you know, whose thing is, you know, bombs. But Bombette is evil. She's like on a former member of Dreams, but she was a little bit more. She was a little too aggressive, and got into fights with the press, and basically attacked people for criticizing her. Yeah, she was kind of really arrogant too. So I was like, nah, we can't. Well, no, we can't have that. No. So she decided, to go on a rampage, and then I had to, stop her and send her to jail. And she decided, I ain't gonna form my own superhero team, and we're gonna, kill people. I mean, journalists are evil. I mean, that may be the case, but you can't just get into fights with the press, You can't. Superheroes shouldn't just get into fights with the press, That tends to not go well for, superheroes when they do that. I mean, you say that journalists are evil, but I hear that Clark Kent guy is a pretty honest journalist. Probably one of the few honest journalists in the business, yeah. Nah, he's kind of sus. What do you mean he's kind of sus? I mean, you think Clark Kent has some sort of secret that he's hiding? You think Clark Kent has some sort of secret he's hiding? He literally is a guy. He literally is the quintessential guy from a small town. What do you mean? Like how he's always on top of Superman. I mean, isn't it a journalist's job to be first on the scene of huge conflicts and disasters? I'd say that's pretty honest journalism. Yeah, much more honest than whatever journalism is being done in the U.S. right now. Yeah, but we're not going to talk about Fox News. Except to make fun of them by basically saying, foxes are basically like tricksters in fairyland, yeah, and they're like dangerous predators, yeah. The tale of Chicken Little, right? Yeah, that's basically what Fox News is. Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, it's a bit like, yeah. Actually, alright. I did kind of make a supervillain that's kind of based on, the news media, on, journalists and all that, so I'm one to talk, really. But Clark Kent, though, he seems like an honest journalist. I would trust. The Daily Planet, I would trust. Not so much the Daily Bugle. At least not most of the time. At least not when it comes to Spider-Man. The Daily Bugle is thankfully is pro-mutants, but when it comes to Spider-Man, they keep calling him a menace. Which is like, why, why? I think, James Jonah Jameson just has a hard-on against Spider-Man for some reason. Yeah, but that Peter Parker kid always gets such amazing shots of Spider-Man. Like, he gets shots of Spider-Man when he's like, that seem like they're like 50 feet in the air, yeah. Yeah, it makes me wonder what sort of model drone that, Peter Parker is using. While I will say that James Jonah Jameson may not be the most ethical journalist, when villains break into the Daily Planet and demand to know who took the photos of Spider-Man, James Jonah Jameson is not like giving them up to die, So at least he's more scrupulous than a Fox News reporter. Of course, SIN would not do that. But SIN is run by yeah, SIN though is run by an evil Cold War AI. His purpose was to take over the media dimension. Alright, that's a capital K, right? Yeah, I think that's a capital K. Alright, that's a lowercase s. Like how a snake talks, yeah. Anakin knows a lot about snakes. He's been inside their bellies. I mean, I don't blame them. Anakin is super cute and everything, and snakes just flirt like that, yeah. Snake's fruit by foring. Alright, password accepted. We got it right the first time. Nice. Alright, now I will name Isaac Saris. Cool, I got it right the first time. Nice. Alright, nice. Nice, I got it right. Alright now. Ages ago, or so the stories tell, the power of alchemy ruled over the world of Weird. Alright, the password is done, thankfully. Alright now. Which means we can begin. How can we rot the base elements of humanity into thriving civilizations like lead into gold? Yeah, turning lead into gold is like the basic thing that every alchemist wants to do. That kind of reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist, where that kind of thing can happen, but it's actually fraud if it does. But in time, man's dreams gave birth to untold strife, dreams of endless riches and eternal life, of domination over all that live, dreams that conquer and of war. Oh, that's why the power of alchemy was sealed away. Yeah. Because, bad guys decided to take over and use it for evil. Dreams of those who have torn the world apart, if not for a few brave and wise men who sealed away the power of alchemy deep within Mount El Sol Sanctum. But unfortunately, the stars, containing the elemental power were stolen by Satoru Seminari. Prologue from Book 1. Yeah, Book 1. The town of Vale guarded the secret for many years until Saris and Gina, whose parents died in a storm 3 years before, disturbed the Sanctum. Yeah, we kind of disturbed it, Satoru Seminari of the Mars clan followed them into the Sanctum, and with them traveled Gina's brother, Indy, but lost in the same tragic storm. I named Felix and Andy in this game. Satoru Seminari stole the elemental stars, the keys to breaking the seal that powered alchemy. Kidnapping Gina and the scholar Creighton. No, Creighton and Gina got nabbed. No. These 4 jewels were used to fire the elemental lighthouses, and the seal and alchemy would be broken. Yeah, they're kind of trying. Yeah. Saris and Garrett set out to stop Zerodos, rescue their friends, and return the elemental stars to their home in Sol Sanctum. Alright, now. They banded together with a young adept named Ivan and pursued Satoru Seminari to Emil, the winter-locked town near the Mercury Lighthouse, where they met Mia. And Mia was like super cute, sort of like Annabelle. But they met the guardian of the lighthouse, a water adept named Mia. With her, they pursued Satoru to the area atop the Mercury Lighthouse. Saris was too late to stop Satoru from lighting the beacon and escaping. Again, Saris chased him across Algeria to the shores of the Caragol Sea. That's where we fought, the Kraken. Taking a passage on a troubled ship, Saris crossed the Caragol to Toby, where he spoke with Toby's leader, a strange man named Bambi. Yeah, we're supposed to, get some water for... By the way, Saris was supposed to get some water for him, but, that never happened. Bambi entered Saris in the Coliseum as a test of his powers. Saris' psi energy won the Colossal and earned him Bambi's trust. Bambi revealed a great secret to Saris. Yeah, he was basically immortal by drinking a bunch of magic water. Yeah, he didn't even think about the implications of being immortal. Thanks to the mystic draught from the Lost Land of Lemuria, Bambi had lived for 150 years. And nobody else noticed? They offered to help Saris, who then headed down deep into Gwendolyn. Now. And, have you guys ever thought about the implications of living that long? At town of Lavera, Saris learned that Satoru Seminari had kidnapped a young girl named Shiba, whom they needed within the lighthouse. Yeah, for the Jupiter lighthouse, yeah. Saris fought and defeated him atop the lighthouse, but when he was too late, the beacon had been lit. Now, a great cataclysm followed, and Shiba fell into the sea, and he jumped in to save her, but both were lost in the rolling waves. Gina left the lighthouse to find them, but to no avail. Now, Saris went to Lavera, where Bambi asked him to find the Lemurian remaining lighthouses. He gave Saris the Lemurian ship to make the journey for the Lost Land. Alright, now, set sail for One Piece. It's a name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Yo ho ho, he ate a bite of gum gum. Yeah. The gum gum fruit is is my favorite the gum gum fruit is my favorite is my favorite One Piece power. It makes Luffy into like a super duper awesome version of Mr. Fantastic. He's like Reed Richards except a hero. This chapter as our own story begins, just as before the beacon of the Venus Lighthouse is lit. Set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Yeah. Alright, now. Camelot presents. By the way, when is Camelot gonna, go back to making RPGs? I want that, Nintendo. I know you don't think it's profitable, but, we want it. The fans want it. We need to complete the story of Golden Sun to Dark Dawn. Yeah. What if instead of, continuing with Dark Dawn, they decide, hey, instead we're gonna reboot the franchise. Wouldn't that be something super funny that, Nintendo would do? Alright, now let's get out of here. Yeah, I remember this puzzle with the lightning. Are you sure we should be leaving like this? Once we go back down the stairs, we can't go back into the lighthouse. Maybe I should have stopped my brother. Gina, is something troubling you? I just, what is it? What is wrong? I have a bad feeling. No, I have a bad feeling, yeah. Like, something terrible is gonna happen. Hey, Alex, what's up? Thank you for being here. How unlike you, Gina. Hi, Alex. By the way, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be up there? No, my part in the Mercury Lighthouse is finished. Surprised to see me. Yes, Alex, were you listening? Well, where's Indy? Why is he we're here with you? My brother, he left us. What could Indy possibly be thinking? He was worried about you, but he went to check up on her. Yeah, he was supposed to be leading you out of here. I thought you would have been far from the lighthouse by now. Why are you still here? Yeah, that's a good question. We tried to stop Indy from going back up the Airy. Not like him. Once Indy gets an idea, his head rarely changes his mind. Alex, what were you talking about just now? What did you mean when you said how unlike you? I was merely surprised to hear you express your concern, Gina. Sure you were, Alex. I definitely 100% trust you. You're definitely, definitely known to be a trustworthy character. Nevertheless, I'm impressed Indy went back. Don't change the subject, Alex. Well, what did you mean? Are you saying I'm insensitive? No, if that's what you heard, then I must have misspoken. Accept my apologies. Yeah, alright now. My favorite thing that Alex does is, gaslight girl boss and keep gaslighting girl boss. Well, Gina, I think Alex has said this piece with on the matter. I'm not sure he has, Graydon. Who do you think you are talking to me like that? I retract my statement, my dear. Forget about Gina. Alright, but so tell me about this feeling, Gina. It's just, I'm not sure we should be leaving the Venus Lighthouse yet. What are you saying? You can't really mean to remain here. Alex is right. It's far too dangerous, Gina. We would only hinder the others. The others, did Ceres follow us to the lighthouse? It would seem so. They must be trying to stop Ceteros and Minardi. If my brother went back and find Ceres, they're going to end up fighting. The Venus Lighthouse has not been let. Yes, they will fight. And he is a terribly rash young man, is he not? Why are boys such fools? Alright, now, he may be rash, but Indy is no fool. He has good qualities. His good qualities outweigh his bad. That's why I think Ceres would understand if we just talk to him. Well, why didn't I think of it before now? Please, can't we go back and talk to Ceres? No, I'm afraid that's not possible. Alex, what do you mean by that? He is an enemy. I mean, wait, can't we just talk some sense into him about why we're doing all this? You know, it seems like it might be the smarter move. Sarah's an enemy. Our methods may differ, but you and I ultimately want the same thing. To light the elemental lighthouses. Ceres and his friends would prevent this from happening. So that makes them enemies? But fear not, they won't be able to defeat Satiros and Minardi. Are you sure about that? You seem pretty sure about that. So, Andy went back to the top of the lighthouse? Alright, so why do you seem pleased, Alex? Why shouldn't I be? After all, the lighthouse will soon shine brightly once again. Alex, why do you want to see the beacon lit so badly? Almost like you're scheming something. Oh, is it? So it's my turn to answer questions, is it? Well, once alchemy was commonplace throughout this world. Yeah, that's why there's so many runes with inexplicable logic puzzles that can only be solved with psi energy. With its power, mankind worked wonders across the land. The lost age of man. Hey, you said the... Oh, Kraden said the thing. I want to see that world restored once again, and... Yeah, but what, Alex? Alright, I said too much. We've spoken long enough already. Let us continue this another time. We should leave the lighthouse now before the beacon is fired. I concur. Let's meet again. Let's meet at the location we agreed and wait for Andy. How about, let's go, Alright, Raiden, let's go. Alright, now I guess I will leave here. By the way, Gina's battle theme is probably the best. By the way, Gina's battle theme is probably the best battle theme in the entire game. By the way, too bad too bad you don't get to hear it for quite a while, unfortunately, because most of the game will be spent with Felix's battle theme. Although you can hear it later. All right now. Wait, there's a treasure chest over there. I want that. Can I get that treasure chest over there? Oh, can I get that treasure chest over there? Well, not like that, apparently. Sorry, I forgot my way around the Venus Lighthouse. Alright, I'm sure I can get whatever's in there. Yeah, remember, alright, the chest was already open, looks like there's still a herb inside. Yay, got a herb. Yay, I got some sweet, sweet Mary Jane. I don't know what a herb was doing in there, but smoke that up and roll that up and blaze it up. Hold up, smoke up. Smoke weed every day. Remember, guys, smoke weed every day. Hey, look, there's some seagulls, yeah. Alright now. There they are, get them. Wait, we're not with Soteros and Minardi. Uh-oh. I know since it's a Sengar here, but I never thought we'd actually run into them. Uh-oh. Scoundrels, what have you done with Shiva? Return her now or you're gonna regret it. Uh-oh, Sheena might be in a little trouble. Aren't there supposed to be more of them? Maybe... maybe they're just the first ones to come out. Great, that means we got them outnumbered. Uh-oh. We can probably take them, do you think? Uh-oh, they want vengeance for, Sotros and Minardi being so brutal to them. Uh-oh. Now go tell the guys in the case got it, boss. Uh-oh. Can't we just reason with them? Unfortunately, it looks like an ambush. What should we do, Gina? Yeah, what do you mean? Look around, we have to fight them. Are you serious? I mean, can't we just talk to them reasonably? I'm sure they'll understand. Gina, are you prepared to fight these men? Oh, excuse me. We don't have any other choice. We have to. Well then, allow me to shoulder some of your burden. Burden? We'll regroup along the road leading away from Lavero. Do you understand? Yeah, but should we say that in front of the soldiers? They're gonna hear that. You don't need to remind us, Alex. Well, we know the place. Follow the road west and take the path down Danga Canyon through the caves. On the other side of the cave, you'll find a small peninsula called Idijima. Alright, now. Idijima, okay. Thankfully, only those workmen block your road. Unfortunately, they don't look too tough. Hello, we can hear you. That's just plain rude. Why don't you two leave? Why don't you two escape and leave the Tulpy soldiers to me? The two of us alone. You can use high energy, can't you, Gina? I mean, yes, I do know how to use flare at least. Alright, then you'll be fine. Are we sure? We should reconvene at the peninsula. It's good that we're starting off with Gina. You think you can take on Toby's finest on your own, little man? I do not wish to inflict unnecessary bloodshed. You don't wish to? What's that supposed to mean? If you lay a hand on those two, I will assure you that I will assure you will be made to regret it. No, oh no. By fancy, I assume you mean to fight. Permit me to strike the first blow. And he's using water synergy. Yeah, that's right. What sort of strange power is this? Oh no. Uh-oh. What was that? I don't know. Whatever you did, it's out of our league. I know. All right, you guys deal with them until backup arrives. Oh, so you're next. Uh-oh. Hey, no need to worry about us. We're not soldiers. We're not anybody. Seriously, there's no way we're gonna face off against you. All right, all right. Let's get out of here. Yeah, they're running away in a cowardly fashion. That's right. That's right. Run away in a cowardly fashion. How undignified and how shameful. Gina, now's your chance. Go to IDG me and wait for me. I'm not finished with you yet. Uh-oh. You mentioned backup from Laverio. Let's go meet them together, shall we? Hey, Polly, when they get here, you'll really be in for it. Oh, do you honestly believe even 100 of you could stop me? Oh, yeah, Alex must be a really high level. How amusing this I must see. Alright, alright now. Alright now, good thing Alex is so good at, manipulation and, threatening these guys with, small amounts of psi energy. What's it now? I mean, you're worried about hurting any innocents? Yes, I am. Well, just try to hold back. Just try to hold back when you're fighting. Let's go to the peninsula. Alright, Alright, now we're playing as Gina. Alright, yeah, I would like. Uh-oh. Why do I gotta be the one to wait for backup? Uh-oh. Yeah, please let me go. Hey, oh wait, hey. That scary guy with the blue hair's not with you. Great, now you'll see what I'm really made of. Are you sure about that? Ruffian draws near. Alright, Ruffian, you're about to learn to paint. You're about to learn paint the first way. Alright, Fume. Yeah, fuming is such a cool move. Alright, Fume. Fume is such a cool move. I'm not gonna lie, probably one of Gina's coolest attacks. Uh-oh. What's them? Wow, where'd that blue-haired guy go? Who cares? I can handle some girl and her grandpa. Oh, you think you can, huh? Well, I'm about to prove you wrong. Eat Fume. Eat a Fume. That's right, burn. That's right, you're gonna burn, all right. That's right, get wrecked, and thank you for the healing. Thank you for the free healing item. Not that way, Gina. The meeting spot is down that way. Oh, that means I can't get any. That means I can't get anything from over there. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, ruffians, uh-oh. Uh-oh, bad guys. We're up against a bunch of ruffians. Don't worry, I can take them down. Alright, let's flare on them. Burn up. Ow. Ow. Gina, don't worry. Don't worry, Gina, they're not hitting that hard. Alright, flare them. Burn, burn, burn. Ow. Ow. Alright now, Alright, let's fume. Take that, bad guy. Alright, now let's fume him. Alright, let's run on fumes. Alright, another adversary purified. Alright, but I think I should probably use some of my herbs. Yeah, probably want to smoke up a herb. Probably want to smoke up some marijuana. Alright, any bad guys down here? Oh no, bad guy! Oh no, monster! Alright, monster, prepare yourself. Alright, Fume. Alright, flare. Ow, you punched me. No, I did a sneaky uppercut. Alright, Gina. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was invigorating. He wasn't too strong. I knew fighting could be... I never knew fighting could be so fun. We better get on to the peninsula. Alright, I will grab the energy stone. There's no need to, fight any more enemies here. Alright, now there we go. This is the place, isn't it? Yeah. The peninsula at the end of the road to the west, that's what he told us. Looks like there's... Alright, this must be Idijima. Hey, Minardi said a ship would be here. We ought to see if we can find it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right here. Gina, it's over there. At first glance, it seems to be a normal ship, but... there's something odd about it. Kraden, wait, I swear, you're like a kid with a new toy. Yeah, he's just an insatiably curious old man. I mean, that's what you need for being a scholar. Hurry up in there. What's wrong? It's missing. What are you talking about? The thingy that makes it go. What do you mean? What's so important about this thingy? The boat can't move without it. That Minardi, she tricked us. Tricked us? What do you mean? Yeah, by passing this dead boat off to us. No, that's so tricky. If this boat knows it dead, how did it get here in the first place? Oh, right. I guess, maybe Alex or somebody has it? It must have been that orb. What orb? Don't you remember the crystal Saturos was carrying? That big black pearl thingy? I'm certain he said he could move the ship with it. Gina, Kraden. Hey Alex, do you have the orb for the ship? We got an... Alright, I see you found the boat. We will set sail as soon as the beacon has been fired, correct? Strange. What is? The beacon hit hasn't been lit yet. You're right, why is it taking so long? That's because, Saturos and Minardi are currently fighting, Isaac and his team. Why hasn't my brother returned? Uh-oh, there's the beacon. Alright, now they're getting into the fusion dragon. They've done it, Gina. They've lit the beacon. Uh-oh. What's happening, Kraden? Why won't this round stop shaking? Uh-oh. I think, strange. I think it might actually be getting worse. Uh-oh. I think a lighthouse is collapsing. Look, the ground around it is crumbling. Yeah, it must be the Bambi Lighthouse and all its shoddy construction. Uh-oh, whoops. The last tremor tore a rift in its Sahula range. Now we're gonna get back to Gondolia now. Uh-oh. Idijima, it's drifting away from the mainland. Why is this happening to us? Alright, now we're back at the ow. Alright, back to the start, back to the end of, Golden Sun 1. Oh, Kraden, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know, I wish you could tell me. Gee, sure no help in times like this. Well, hey, I'm hungry. How can you even think about food? I wonder what happened to my brother. I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus lighthouse. I know that, but you don't have to tell me that. That's how he wound up adrift at sea, right? Aren't you cranky today, Gina? Maybe you should eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry, Well, I suppose you're just worried about Indy. Alright now. Indy. Ceres and the others must have been at the lighthouse too. I suspect you're right, and they got into a fight, Saturos and Minardi fused into a dragon, due to the relationship between Earth and Fire synergy. Come with me. Alright, what do you got, Alex? There's something I wish to show you. Alright, Alex, what do you got to show me? What? It's Felix and Sheba. Oh, well, it's Felix and Sheba. They're okay. They're alive. They're really alive. Hey, what is this? Alex, what happened? Yeah, it seems like they're alive. Golden Sun, the Lost Age. I thought Indy and Sheba would still be inside the lighthouse. It's miraculous. Miracle or no, I'm happy my brother's alive. Alright, what happened back there? Ellipses. Sheba, can you get up? I think the elementary's awake. Sheba, you're alright. It's me, Gina. Gina, what happened? It seems like you drifted here with Indy. With Indy? Thank your time, Indy. Do you feel alright, Sheba? No, hold on for a minute, sorry. Where are we? Hi, Chima, we were all supposed to meet here, but now as this island is floating away from Gondolin. This island is moving? I know it's very hard to believe, Sheba. The Venus lighthouse was led a massive tremor tore us off the continent. Uh-oh. The ground beneath the lighthouse roiled in as though it might crumble away. Yeah, just as Alex, planned. Twirls mustache. I remember now. That's what carried us away from Gondolin, or whatever it's called. What happened to you, Sheba? You were at sea in Sateros. Sateros and Bernardi are gone. They're dead. Oh, what do you mean? Another group came and he fought Sateros and Bernardi and won. Oh, was it Ceres? Ceres, I think that's what they called him. You expect me to believe Ceres and his companions defeated Sateros and Bernardi? Yeah, that's what happened. Now, have they really grown so powerful in such a short time? How do you get the wind up? But how did you wind up in the sea? When the beacon was up, the earthquake knocked me off the lighthouse tower. What's my brother doing here? He tried to save me from drowning. Then he jumped off. That's a lighthouse tyranny. He's lucky to have survived. Andy, are you awake? Andy, you're awake. Yeah, and now, Felix is going to become a silent protagonist, despite, talking throughout much of the game. Yeah, are you here? Are you sure you should be standing? You don't seem very surprised to find yourself on a floating island. Andy, once you saved Sheba, you must have swum out here, correct? You must have seen the island that was floating when you were swimming. But what do we do now? I have no idea. Nobody knows what lies beyond the eastern seas. Unfortunately, I am a student of alchemy, not geography. What is it, Alex? What's the matter? Can you see it? Can we see what? It's a land. It's an island. It's a little big for an island. That's no island. That's a new continent. Yeah, we're saved. So would it seem. Wait. What is it? We're going to pass north of the continent. She's right. I don't think we're going to make it. Okay, and alright, now where are we going to go? This can't be good. Oh, what the heck is that? Hey, it seems like a tidal wave. Uh-oh. The earthquake must have caused it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We're going to get rocked. We're going to get rocked. At times like this, where would the good be panicking? Where we'll be washed away. Help! No, we're getting swept away. Alright, we're getting swept. Oh no, I'm flushing. Oh, my beautiful clagginess. It's going down the drain. Oh, what a world. Do you want to check yourself for injuries? Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. Looks like your arms are still attached. That's a good start. Alright now, your legs seem to be working fine. That's good. Gina, can you wake up? Gina, wake up. What? What am I doing here? Gina, wake up. Oh, I must have blacked out when a wave hit. Hey, we hit land. The wave must have carried us here. What luck. Have I checked everyone else? Are they alright? Yeah. Great, then let's go. Alright now. Oh, Indy. Alright, ouch. That was quite the blow. Alright, good thing Kraden's alive. What happened when the wave hit? So, alright. Andy, look. That wave carried us to the continent. Nah, we hit Southland. Way to go. Kraden is joined. Alright, ow. Sheba, are you alright? By the way, we never learned where Sheba was from. Alright, Sheba fell to the sky and we never learned where she came from. The tidal wave turned out to be a stroke of luck. I wonder where we are. We should take a look around. Sheba joined the party, that's good. Oh, wow. By the way, where is Alex gone? He's probably gone on ahead, maybe. He doesn't seem to be anywhere on the island. You don't think he set out on his own, do you? Well, of course he did. He might have gone looking for a ship. Alex wants a ship? Did you forget what he was saying? No? And you know he wants to restore alchemy to the world. By laying the elemental lighthouses, he might succeed. But why the ship? The remaining 2 lighthouses are unreachable by land. Now it remains that none remain to be led across the Eastern Sea. So that means we should, yes, we must go to the Great Western Sea. Alright, now. Alright, is that where we're going? Yep, that's where we're going. Alright, well said, and go there we shall. That's right, our parents' lives depend on it. What about you, Sheba? What do you mean? It's not going to be an easy trip, and there's no reason you should have to face danger, right, Indy? That's true. Then you should know my reason for traveling with all of you, Indy. What do you mean, Sheba? What reason? It's my destiny. Yeah, this quest is your destiny? And you couldn't tell us about this earlier? Wait, how can you trust you? How can we trust you when we don't know why you're with us? I'm sorry, but please, you must take me. You need me. I mean, that's true. You don't understand. Why exactly do I need you? You know that I am an adept, don't you? I control the wind, as Indy knows. Yeah, you know she was a wind adept? Alright, so Teros must have known about it, even though he never told you. He saw I was a wind adept right away. They kidnapped me for my powers. They said they needed them on their journey. Oh, yeah. They need it for the Jupiter Lighthouse, yeah. So you do need me, yeah. Alright, now. Alright, now, come on, Sheba, join. Now I'm quite famished. Shall we get moving? Yeah, let's get moving. Uh-oh. We ran into our first obstacle, you know. Alright, now we're gonna have to go. Alright, la-di-da-di-da, let's just wander about, you know, out in the open and, you know, hopefully not run into any, you know, nasty monsters or anything like that. There could be monsters around every corner, you know? Could be monsters around every corner. Alright, we're fine. Alright, now. Hey, look, monsters! Oh, we got the upper hand. Alright, good job. We got the upper hand on him. Alright, let's cast Ray. Oh, nice. We're taking on the punch hands first. Alright, Flare, that burned it away. Alright, now, so what level are we? Oh, we start off at level 5. Good. Alright, yeah, we start off at level 5, which is pretty nice. That's not too bad of a start. Alright, now, first things first, we better search barrels for, you know, anything not nailed down. Alright, we need to search around for, you know... Alright, we need to search around. Alright, we need to search around for you. We need to search around. Alright, let's go inside here. I wonder where little Taffy is going. I'm really worried. When he was gone when the wave hit and he hasn't been home since. Taffy never misses 3 o'clock snackies. Where could it be? His food's getting cold. I guess he got swept away in the flood, and that's not... I guess he got swept away by a tidal wave. Yeah, that tidal wave was quite nasty, yeah. Hopefully they're okay. Maybe we can find him if we look for him. Hey, are you okay, old man? Are you okay? No, that wave knocked me over. Now I can't get up. I've fallen. I can't get up. Alright, maybe we shouldn't, you know, laugh at their misfortune. Maybe we shouldn't laugh at the old man's misfortune. That seems a little mean. That seems just a little bit mean. Oh, sorry about that. Ooh, a smoke bomb. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Alright, what's inside this box? Alright, there's an inn, of course. Alright, now let's check this jar. Nothing in the box. Nothing in the jar. Alright, let's check everything inside the shop. Alright, first off, we're gonna have to grind some Alright, so how much money do we have? Alright. Right, the first thing we should probably do is buy some armor. The first thing we should do is buy some armor. Alright, nice, we got it. Alright, now. First thing we should do is buy armor. After all, defense is, you know, gonna be pretty important. Alright, equip Felix with, you know, wooden shield. Alright, let's get a few leather caps on. Let's get some leather caps so that we can, you know, have a little bit more defense. Alright, she has a leather armlet, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, now let's go look in this shop for any weapons we can buy. Yeah, obviously we're not gonna be able to afford anything. Alright, now, obviously we're not gonna be able to afford anything. We're not gonna be able to afford any of the weapons for now, so I guess I might as well, you know... Alright, now I might as well look around a little bit more. Oh, what's up here? Oh, nice, we got some marijuana. Nice, we got some sweet Mary Jane. Alright, now. Got some sweet Mary Jane. No, I don't think... Alright, the ancient tower to use. Yes, the shrine of the sea god. Listen, if you're not into being cursed horribly, you should stay away from there. Shrine of the sea god, huh? Sounds like an interesting location. Alright, I wonder if those two are still out there. They know it's off limits. Oh, wait, what's this? Is this our first gin? Looks like you know a little about us, yeah. Alright now. Even I know that. Alright now, embarking on a journey. Alright now. Alright now, would you mind helping my companions? Let's see, Alright now, let's go. Yeah, please take the Fusion with us. Alright, I already know how to use it. Sure, I want to take you with me. Alright, we got Echo. Alright now. Alright, now I remember how to use Degen, don't worry. I remember how to use Degen, so don't... I remember how to use Gen. I remember how to use Gen, so don't worry. I'm not super worried about that. I remember how to use them. Alright, I remember that you start off being, you know, set. Yeah, we need you to not be set. Oh, wow. Right, let's look around and get into some fights, huh? Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna need to level up first. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna need a little bit of money first. Might as well fight some monsters for a little bit of coin. Might as well fight some monsters for some coin. Alright, we're gonna have to go to a temple soon. Alright, but first let's get ourselves, you know, equipped first. Yeah, I need like 200 to afford, I need like 200 coins to afford I need 200 coins to afford, you know, the basic sword. Oh, and we need to level up too so I can get our PP, you know, to be up. PP. Yeah, PP is a funny word, guys. Alright, now, a physical attack should be able to take this thing out. Oh, nice, crit. Yeah, Crit City. We love Crit City. Yeah, nice crit. First crit of the game, you know, make a crit counter. Alright, now. Alright, another punch out. We should be able to take this guy out. I mean, Gina basically already fought a whole bunch of... Basically fought one of those before. You know, by itself, so it should be no problem. Should be no problem, you know, take out one of those by itself. Tower of the Sea God, huh? I don't know if we should go over there first. Oh yeah, I should definitely probably use my Synergy for this. Alright, let's start off strong with some Synergy. Yeah, that'll be our primary means of, you know, taking out tougher enemies. That'll be our primary means of taking out tough groups of enemies. Da 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 da, Superman. Superman does whatever a super can. Alright, Punch Ant. Alright, yeah, I like the Punch Ant's design. It looks really nice. It looks like it's getting ready. It looks like it's getting ready to deliver some haymakers at you, and it's gonna be like, "Yo, what's up?" Oh, I got caught by surprise. Now they're gonna get the advantage. Alright, now the enemy's getting the advantage is not as bad as, you know, in Golden Sun 1. Then again, in Golden Sun 1, I probably should have started off by buying new armor. You know, that would have probably, you know, made Golden Sun 1 at the beginning a little bit easier when I was playing it last. Good thing I, you know, decided to do that basically first and foremost in this game. Right, we got a Wolfie boy, and we got a Metal Ant. Alright, now let's blow. Alright, now they're resistant to wind. Luckily, they're weak to fire. Alright, I guess this. Alright, now. Da 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 da. Superman does whatever a super can. Alright, villains, prepare yourselves to be purified in the name of the moon. Fighting evil by moonlight. Never run from a real fight. Alright, now Flare, burn them up. Hold up, burn up. Another adversary purified. Dun 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 dun. Big shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Big shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Big shot. Alright, now burn them. Alright, now burn them up. Burn up. Hold up. Yeah, blaze up that weed. Yeah, blaze the weed up. Uh-oh, I think I'm running a little low on power. I think my PP's running a little low. No, that's not good. I think my PP's running a little low. No. That's not good. Alright now. Yeah, maybe I should save up. Alright now. Alright, I should definitely go to the end. Alright, good thing the end is only like 6 coins. We can make that back, you know, pretty easily. Yeah, the crazy thing about RPGs is, you know, ends are relatively cheap. That, you know, is very unrealistic. You know, that's a crazy thing about RPGs. Ends are relatively cheap. You know that's not how they work in, you know, real life. But who cares about that? Oh no, we're having an ad break right now. Oh no, that's not good. Sorry about that. You see, I need like the 2 cents that, you know, the ads are gonna give me. I need like the 1 cent. I need like the 1 cent from the ad. Alright, the wild wolf has been defeated. Nice. Alright now, we should be able to handle a wild wolf. It should be nice and simple, you know, just physical attacks. Oh, whoops, I guess not. Alright, maybe if I had slightly better weapons. Alright, so which way are we supposed to go? Probably towards that one temple I saw down there. Alright, I'll have to get back to it though. And first and foremost, I should probably get some better weapons first. You know, I kind of wish there were more enemies in the field so I can, you know, grind them out for coins. But, you know, fighting against one enemy does, you know, give me a little bit of a chance to, you know, regenerate my PP. PP. I still think PP is a funny word. Yeah, you guys remember in Pokemon, there's an item called a PP up. And you know, later in Pokemon games have an item called a PP, called a, you know, PP Max. Yeah, it's basically the Pokemon equivalent of, you know, Viagra. Yeah, and that's, you know, very funny. Yeah, I swear I'm an adult, please. I swear I'm an adult. Alright, now, let's get a whirlwind of excitement going. Alright, burn them up. That's right, get burned up. Oh, nice. Nice, alright, nice, thanks. Gina, you gonna level up? Oh, she learned Flare Wall, that's nice. Alright, that's nice. That'll make, you know, fighting enemies a little easier. Alright, now. Alright, everybody needs a little bit... Alright, now, how many coins do we have? Oh, I think we have 130. Alright, I just need 20 more. I just need 20 more to... Alright, I need 20 to afford... I need 20 more to afford... I need 20 more to afford, you know, the first sword. So, you know, get a nut sword for Gina. Alright, nice. Nice level up. Alright, good. We got another level up. That's good. Alright, yeah, I'm sorry. I have to do grind. Sorry, I started off here. Oh boy, we got a lot of enemies here. Alright, we can take him. Alright, let's use Ray instead. I'm pretty sure Ray is a little bit more powerful. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Shrine of the Sea God, I don't think we're supposed to be here yet. They did say, don't come here unless you want to be, like, horribly cursed. Pretty sure I can't make progress in a Shrine of the Sea God anyway, right? Oh, whoops, I don't need armor. I'm sorry. Sorry for that. Alright, I will take a short sword for Gina. That way she'll have a little bit more attack. Oh cool, we're getting a game ticket already. Alright, might as well get that to Shiba. And I'll need a long sword for I need a long sword for Felix. Oh nice, and of course, alright. And that gives me enough money to get a mace. Let me give you a game ticket. Alright, give the game tickets to Shiba for now. Yeah, we will... Alright, where do I use the game tickets again in this game? Yeah, I don't quite remember. Oh well, I'm sure it'll become relevant later. I'm sure if we keep playing, it'll become relevant later, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so where was I supposed to go? Oh, whoops, we got a bad guy. Alright, it's just the punch ant. We should be able to handle that. Nice, our new weapons are already coming in super handy. Nice, we're already able to beat enemies in them. Oh, uh-oh, it dodged a blow. Oof, Shiba took like 3 damage. That's okay though. That's okay though, she's fine. Nothing a little herbal remedy won't fix. Nothing, you know, smoking up a little bit of marijuana won't fix. Yeah, that's right. That's right. By the way, do these herbs not look like marijuana leaves? Right, do the herbs not look like marijuana leaves? I think they look a little suspiciously like marijuana. Yeah, they look like marijuana, so I'm gonna call them marijuana. Alright, so, how do I get inside the temple? Have you come to see Master Poi? The Master will see no one. Leave now and do not return. Up here in meditation has gone none may enter the temple ground. Master Poi's teaching require absolute concentration. Once a period of meditation has begun, none may enter the temple ground. Oh no. Well, I mean, I guess we can find a way to sneak in. Hey look! This wall looks rather suspicious, wouldn't you say, Indy? Alright now. Alright, I know what to do here. Alright, we need to use Whirlwind to blow away the leaves. Yeah, just like... Alright, now. Fantastic work, Andy. Keep a watchful eye for any strange-looking areas. Alright, now. It says there's a... Shit. Alright, now. Alright, now. Alright, now. Let's keep our eyes peeled around here. Alright, just a bunch of water. Smoke on the water. Alright, how about we ignore those guys and, you know, sneak inside? There, you there, focus your mind. Alright, what's he? Alright, he's still taking. He's not even yet. He's barely lifting off. Did you see that, Master? No, you lack discipline. No, you. Alright, he's doing it a little bit better, but, you know, he's going side to side. How was that, Master? Improving slowly. Continue your meditation. Your turn. Alright, now don't rock back and forth. Master, have you done it? Not bad. You might stand a chance to succeed. I can do it, Master. Just let me try harder. Alright now. You do not fear death, huh? Ho, is that so? Very well, then it's time for your trial, my son. Enter the cave and ascend. Oh, I might as well go in after you. Alright, ooh, I see a treasure chest over there. I might as well just grab that. No, it's a mimic! No, a mimic! A mimic! A mimic! No, a mimic! No, it's a mimic! No, it's a mimic! I don't like it! I don't like it! No, get out of here, mimic! Hey, get out of here! Come on, Endo, stop! Get out of here! No, it's using Slash! I don't like this. Alright, Fume. Alright, Mimic defeated and we got a game ticket. Nice. Nice, we got a game ticket. I will give that to Shiba. Alright, Gina took a little bit of a big hit right there. So I will heal her. Windows, don't do anything, please. Don't just suddenly decide to have a pop-up message. Get out of here with that. I don't need Windows security right now. I'm kind of streaming right now. Please stay out of the way. Please don't get in the way, please. Alright, Whirlwind, take out the enemies. Alright, Flare, hopefully that works. Nice angle, Worm goes down nice and simple. Alright, we have to be careful. This place is, you know... Alright, now, which way do we go here? Alright, Alright, a Wild Wolf. We should be able to take that out, you know, with normal attacks. Oh, nice. Gina crit. Gina crit. Nice. Nice. Gina crit. Alright, anything else in the way? Alright, now, what do we got here? Alright, first off, I should look around first. Alright, now, whoa, bad guys. Alright, I should be able to take out a giant bat. Alright, angle spike. Oof, 17 damage. Alright, the enemies are kind of hitting a little hard. Alright, nice, we took it down. Alright, now I need to be a little more careful. You know, the enemies are hitting a little hard. Are hitting a little hard. It seems I might not be ready after all. Oh no. Oh, does that mean we're not gonna stand a chance though? Oh, whoop! What's over here? Alright, I'll try Quake. Alright, Flare. Alright, let's go with Whirlwinds. Let's go with Whirlwind, that'll take care of that. That takes care of the bat. Alright, this is surely the way, right? You know, the other way doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, we're gonna have to go a little bit deeper. Alright, which way do we go? Oh boy. Alright, we should be able to handle... Alright. Alright, Chiba crit. Nice. Nice, another enemy defeated. Alright, now are these ways... Alright, there's something over there. I don't know if I can get that. Alright, good. Uh-oh, he's using Rumble. Alright, Gina took like 9 damage, but that's okay. Alright, we should be able to take that thing down. Alright, I seem to recall I was supposed... Wait, isn't this the way I came? Wait, that's the way I came, isn't it? Alright, now... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I got caught by surprise. At least it didn't go for its big attack. At least they didn't go for Rumble again and, you know, hit somebody it was, you know, effective against. Alright, now let's see what's down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, please excuse me, sorry. Please excuse me, sorry. Sorry, seems like there's a rid of gas, I'm sorry. Alright, we should be able to beat those. Alright, we need to get a lot stronger though. We need to get a lot stronger if, you know, the enemies here are giving us a little bit of trouble. Yeah, normally I would grind outside, but, you know, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that because I thought it would take too long. Alright, so what's over here? I see. Alright, so which one of these do I want? Oh, I got up here. Nice. I got a mysterious card. That's pretty good. Oh, Wild Wolf. Alright, I got the mysterious card, which you know gives me a special class. Pretty nice, not gonna lie. Alright, the special class is pretty good. Alright, now. Alright, let's give it to... Wait, do I want to give it to Gina? Alright, do I want to give Pure Dot to Gina? Alright, give... No, actually, you're the one that has all the kill spells right now. Actually, maybe I better hang on to that. Maybe I better hang on to that for later. Actually, maybe I want to hang on to that for later. I don't think I'll be able to do much with it right now. But later I'll be able to make a lot of use out of it. Yeah, it basically allows you to be the Pure Dot class, which, you know, is a special class, but, you know, I don't think we're going to be able to do much with it right now, unfortunately. Right now, wait for it to go down. Then we get on this one. And that launches us upward. Alright, that launches upward over here. Alright, let's go. Alright, now I just need to go across the rope. Alright, I think we need... Alright, now. I think we're gonna need to move. Alright, we're gonna need to use move synergy to get this over here. Let's block that so we can't fall down there. Right. Oh, whoops. Alright, we got an angle worm. We should be able to handle that. Alright, it's got like 4 hands. That's a pretty neat monster design in my opinion. Alright, there's nothing over here? Huh. I guess there's nothing over there. Alright, this is, you know, back. Okay. Alright, just thought I'd check down there just in case there was something down there. Doesn't look like there is anything now. Alright, now we need to walk. Alright. Obviously, we need to block the water that's coming out from there. Otherwise, we can't advance. Alright, we got amazes. Alright, let's see if we can beat these without using synergy. Alright, Shiva taking only 3 damage is okay. As long as she doesn't take too much, it's fine. No, I don't think we can advance here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I see. We're supposed to go this way. Alright, I see. Definitely a very sneaky game. Unfortunately, not good enough to, fool me. Alright, there's a Jin up there, but I'm assuming I need to pass. I am assuming I need a. Looks like I need a Psi Energy for it first. Yeah, what was it again? What was the Psi Energy I needed first again? Yeah, I forgot what it's called. It's been so long since I played this game, so you'll excuse me if I don't remember what it was called. You'll excuse me if I don't quite remember what it was called. Alright, now let's fight a few enemies along the way, yeah. Alright, now how much experience do we need to level up? I think we should probably level up first. I think we should probably get a level in first. Alright, if it's gonna be Wild Wolf, we're gonna be okay. If it's gonna be a Wild Wolf, we're gonna be okay. Granted, that's not much XP if we're just fighting one enemy. Not at this point in the game anyway. And we don't have any we do have one Dejin that can give us a bonus kill, but I don't think any of the enemies here are weak to earth. Sadly. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna be okay on experience. And if we get like an average around 7 to 17, we should be fine. We should be able to level up no problem. Also, while we're walking, we might as well build up Psi Energy. Plus, I might as well cure everybody. Might as well cure everybody too. I do like Pure Dot as a class, though. It's gonna, it's very cool. But you're gonna need a little bit more Dejin to, level that up, though. Alright, might as well use Whirlwinds. Doesn't make much difference at what we do. Alright, doesn't make much difference because we're going to be able to beat the enemies anyway. Yeah, they're not like super strong. We should be fine against them. And it's sad, I think there's a boss fight in here and I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little bit worried about that. Alright, we should be able to handle that. Oh, please excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, my nose is stuffed up, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, my nose is a bit stuffy right now, so I'm sorry about that. I promise I don't mean any offense. I don't mean any offense by that. At least I'm trying not to. Alright, now Earthquake to get rid of the wolf. Alright, that takes care of that. Oh, we got a herb. Nice. Alright, the herb will be very useful. Alright, the herb will be useful. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's a boss in here somewhere. Yes, yeah, we're gonna have to fight those. Yeah, I remember fighting 3 monkeys somewhere early in the game. Alright, now, what did Gina get? Oh, she got beam. Nice. Nice. She can fire a big scorching beam of red-hot energy, which is red-hot just like Gina. Yeah, she's probably, the best fire adept, ever in, since. Yeah, I would have liked a Golden Sun to go on, but Nintendo's like, nah. We don't need that. I was like, nah, we don't need that. Alright, good news is we're getting close to level 7. Alright, as soon as, everybody else gets levels up, I will, advance. Alright, now where are the enemies at? Alright, good thing we get the advantage, and there's only one enemy, so we should be fine. Oh, nice. 10 coin. 10 experience. Alright, 10 may not be a huge amount of experience, but, you know, it's okay for, you know, level 1 right now. That's okay for, you know, low-level enemies. Alright, nice. And Shiva needs like 3 experience. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Alright, let's use Quake. Let's use Flare, and let's use Whirlwind. Alright, Whirlwind to blow him away. Bass Singer, Bless Singer. You really think so? Oh, that's really nice of you to say, but you know... Yeah, that's really nice of you to say, but you don't really have to glaze me. I know we're friends and everything, but you really don't have to glaze me. I highly appreciate it, though. Alright, now let's take on these enemies and get ourselves a little bit more experience. Yeah, we're gonna... Alright, now. I like your voice, though. Oh, thank you. Thank you, that's very nice of you. Alright, we need to move this pot aside. We need to move the boiling red-hot pot aside. Alright, I will save the game. Oh, apes. We gotta fight these apes, chest beaters. Oh no, we're gonna have to fight some apes. We're gonna darn dirty apes. Alright, let's try beam. Alright, let's try using ray. I think these guys are weak to fire. Pretty sure these guys are weak to fire. Alright, yeah, they can resist. Oh no, claw attack, what's that gonna do? Oof, 31. Alright, and he's raising his attack, oof. Alright, now I might as well use Earth's Energy to cure. Alright, might as well... Alright, now. Alright, I think we can take these guys. See, we're already defeating them. And we get a nut for a treble. And we get a nut. Alright, why was I worried about those guys again? They're like super easy. They're like the first major boss of the game, and they're like super easy. They're like easy peasy. I don't have to worry about. They're easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't have to worry about them. You have passed a very difficult test. You have pleased your teacher. Wait, you're not one of my students. Who are you? How now? Did you come? How did you come this far? Yeah, yes. How indeed. The rope is still on the floor. You must have come through the cave. That means I must give you the secret at Lash. Master Poi, you seem perturbed. Oh no, not at all. Did you know you can see what they are weak to by the amount of exclamation points that appear next to damage? Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are weak to fire. Yeah, I knew they were weak to fire. Anyhow, am I imagining it, or does he seem perturbed? I'm not perturbed, merely surprised. What is this Lash you mentioned? Lash is a sacred power, handed down for years of the followers of this temple. A sacred power, and it's called Lash, you say? And now, yeah, you must pass it on to you. It is our way. The gift given to all those who pass a test, as it has been for ages. What type of power is Lash? Allow me to show you. Alright, here's a Lash. It lets us make ropes. Lash looks a lot like Synergy, yeah. So much talking. So lashing someone is sacred, huh? Yes, it appears, lashing is sacred. Apparently. Yeah, I learned all about that, in that game with the rats? Which one was that again? Shit, what was it called? A Plague Tale. A Plague's Tale, yeah. I learned about that in a Plague Tale, lashing is very sacred. It was done by the Inquisition to themselves, to get rid of naughty thoughts. I think that just taught them. I just think that taught them about, S&M. Yeah, remember when people used to beat people by, whipping them? And, some people seem to like that. Alright, now, let's try. Alright, now, we can use Lash to go get ourselves a Mercury Gen, too. Alright, now take this power and go. Alright, now. We got the Lash Pebble. Alright, we got ourselves a Lash Pebble so we can whip people good. Also, lashing someone is indeed sacred, yeah. We learned that lashing people is, very sacred, yeah. Alright, now, what element of synergy is, lash again? Oh, it's wind. Alright, since it's a wind synergy, I might as well give this to Shiba. Punish me, Master, now. Punish me, Master, punish me harder. Oh, no. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh, no, this hot boiling pot of water is, in my way. Luckily, I know the power to move. Luckily, I know the power to move. I know the power to move, objects out of the way. And, say, alright, now. Alright, so where was I supposed to use Lash again to get the Jin down here? Oh, we got a bunch of enemies down here. Actually, maybe I might as well use Quake. Alright now. We should be able to beat them with these energies. Yeah, see, we're already smoking these guys. Yeah, there we go. We don't need to use Earthquake whatsoever. Alright. Kind of funny how one of the ones we're gonna get first is, Alright, now, let's see. Alright, Shiba, learn how to lash for the whip. Learn how to lash things. Maybe I should give Lash to Gina. Uh-oh, the Mercury Gen is angry. Oh no, the Mercury Gen is angry. Alright, might as well, alright now. Alright now. Alright, let's try using Fume. Alright now. Alright, use Fume. Yeah, that's right, do a lot of damage. Oh no, he's casting Frost. Ouch. Ouchie, ouch. Alright, let's use Fire. Let's use Fume again. Alright, hopefully we can beat this thing. Alright, we filled the Mercury Legion, yes. And the Mercury Gen is joining us. Alright, what gen is this? We got Fog. We got Fog as in Fog of War. We got Fog as in Fog of War. Alright, now. Let's give that to you. Alright, let's give this to you. Alright, now, alright, Shiba should be fine as a Purite, right? Alright, what sort of energy does she got? She has Juggle and she has Baffle card. Alright, she has Juggle and she has Baffle card. Alright, what's her class in this? Prism and Impact. Right, early on today, the Gen management is a mess. Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, Gen management seems like it's gonna be a bit of a mess. I'm gonna start off with a water Gen that I'm not gonna be able to have reliable class for. That just seems like a bit of an inconvenience, really. But I'm sure it'll even out later. I'll just have to keep it set for now. Alright, do you have any good candidates for using... We're using the mysterious card, though. I think that's what I'm intended to do with it. I think I'm supposed to use that. Alright, now I might as well slide back down. Alright, we can leave the temple looking into it. Yeah, Purite is not... It doesn't start off very good, does it? It might be a good class for Gina to start off with. Yeah, at least until she learns her Ura spells. Oh Although our base fire class seems a little bit, you know, stronger. If I'm gonna be, you know, a little honest. Oh, we got a herb. Nice. First, we need a quick idle break. Alright, now. Alright, take your little idle break, yeah? Alright, first and foremost, I should probably get to an end. Probably get over to an end. Welcome to our end at 6 coins. Luckily, 6 coins is like basically nothing. 6 coins is basically nothing, so that should be okay. Alright, the temple has been beaten. Now we got fog. Alright, now. Alright, now we need. Alright, now. Alright, now we go into the temple. Now we go into the Shrine of the Sea God. Since we have the Secret of Latch for this. Alright, I'm gonna throw the rope again. Alright, now just don't miss this time. Oh no, they seem like they're in a bit of a bind up there. Alright, good thing we got the power of Lash now. Alright, we might as well go up there and, you know, help them out. Might as well go up there and help them out. Alright, Sheba, alright now, Sheba. Lash your way up. Excellent work, Indy. Hey, the rope! Awesome, Ricky, way to go. Hey, wait a minute, you're not Ricky. Who are you? We were just passing through. How come you threw the rope? We heard that you needed some assistance. Well, whatever, thanks anyway. Hey, Tevi. How'd you get down from there? Those guys threw me the rope. Really, these grown-ups? Well, whatever. Now we can nab the critter. Now that we can nab that critter we saw. Wow, what is it? The little guy's so fast I can't catch him. You think we could catch him together? Yeah, maybe. Except every time I grab him, he flies off. I guess it wouldn't matter if we work together or not. Yeah, I guess not. Well, that's too bad. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten since I got stuck. Alright, now. Alright, they're wanting to go home, yeah. Alright, now. Well, they said something about a little creature around here. They said something about a creature, huh? Alright, alright, they said something about a creature down here. Alright, I guess I'll go over here. Oh, hey, what's this? Alright, I think we're supposed to layer something down here. Oh, the rope, you know, can somehow, you know, got back over. Don't worry, Lash is like 1 PP, so it should be fine. Lash is like 1 PP, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Alright, that looks like a way to go back. Alright, looks like it's right on over there. Alright, now let's try chasing it. Let's try chasing it. Uh-oh. Oh, the bridge fell down. That's not good. Alright, it's going over there. It's probably gonna run away. Alright, after it. Oh, monster. Watch out. Monsters! Alright, we should be able to take it. We should be able to take a wild wolf, you know, just regular attacks. Alright, now down this way, huh? Alright, it went that way, huh? It went that way, and then it went this way. Oh, we got a ghost. Oh no, say there, spooky ghost. How's it going? Oh no, it's using impair. It's alright. Oh, no effect. Alright. Oh, we got an oil drop. Nice. Alright, an oil drop is actually not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Oh, it went that way, huh? Alright, looks like we'll have to come up this way then. Alright, good thing we saw just move down here. Oh no, monster. No, it's just an angle worm. We should be able to handle that. We should be able to handle a little worm. We should be able to handle a squiggly worm. Alright, I have an idea. I'm just gonna push that torch up there. Oh no, it's stuck. Alright, now it's gonna be mad. Now it's gonna be, now the wind gen is gonna be a little mad. Alright, now, whoop. Oh, maybe I should go for Echo. Alright, use Fume. Alright, I'll have Sheba, you know, just do a regular attack. Might as well, she's... Alright, now Echo, go. Alright, she hits casting Bolt. Alright, that didn't do too much. Alright, cast Fire, cast Fume. Alright, regular attack, Fume. Alright, Spire. Nice, we got it. Alright, Wind Gen is mine. Nice, another Wind Gen is mine. Alright, caught a little bit of breath. Alright, it looks like the mysterious card candidate is gonna be Gina. Alright, let's give that to you so you can use the water synergy. I do think your other synergy is a little bit better, but you know. Alright, looks like we're gonna need Frost over here. Which we don't have yet. Looks like we'll have to come back to this place. Wild Wolves. Alright, let's see if Juggle can do some damage. Oh, it actually did quite nicely. Alright, Juggle is pretty powerful, so I think I will stick with it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Felix with Period at the moment. He has decent attack and good agility, and at level 10 he learns physical Venus synergy. Oh, really? Alright, now give... Alright, let's give this to you. Alright, Juggle was pretty decent, but you know. Alright, I think I'll give it... Alright, I'll take your advice and, you know, give it to Felix then. Alright, we should... Alright, now. Alright, now, just give me a moment. Alright, now, just give me a moment. Uh-oh. No, bad guys. Alright, might as well Juggle. Alright, now, we might... Alright, now, might as... Alright, now. Alright, now. Alright, yeah, Juggle. Alright, yeah, Juggle is pretty powerful. Yeah, Juggle is decently strong. Yeah, it's decent for right now. It may not be the greatest thing ever, but, you know, it's, you know, good. It's not, you know, terrible. Alright, we should probably, you know, we should probably go back to the village and, you know, tell everyone that, you know, their kids are totally safe. My kingdom for a boat, huh? Alright, now. No. Alright, now let's go over here. Alright, now this is... Alright, now let's go to the end. Let's go rest up at the end, yeah. Since we did use a lot of our PP. We used up a bit of our PP up. PP. PP up. Yeah, I swear I'm an adult, guys. Oh no, Punch Ant. We should be able to punch over that. Well, Punch Ants we should be able to punch over. You know, quite physically like. Oh wait, I think I'm... Alright now. Alright now. In the easternmost house. Alright, now let's go over... Alright, now... Ooh, Alex. There you are. Andy. Oh, our happy little family is back together. Well, our happy little family is back together again. So, Alex, are you going to journey with us or not? Where did you go? I was looking to look for a ship, of course. That's what Kraden said. So, did you find one? And did you find one? No, unfortunately, there's none to be had. I spoke to the mayor. He suggested we try a large town south of us. Alright, so let's go there. Is that where you're going to, or is that where you're going? Yes, Mardra may have boats available. That would be the most logical move. Perda is a decent equipped class early on, honestly. Alright now. Ah, you want to travel with me? Yeah, wait, you don't like the idea? No, it's not Jess, I'm just preoccupied. So you're self-absorbed is more like it. I simply prefer to work alone. Well, okay, I guess. If that's the case, we'll let you be. Perhaps you will see me in Mardra. Alright now, what a nice guy. God, the nerve of that guy. I know, now, I just want to find a boat before he does. Alright, so we might as well be on our way back to where he's going. Alright, surely he's not gonna pull down another scheme up his ice, try and get one over on us. Oh cool, they cleaned up all the puddles in this place. That's pretty nice. They could. Alright. Alright, large town south of us, huh? Well, I mean, this way is... Alright, now. We got a wild wolf. We should be able to handle it with physical attacks, though. Alright, nice, a herb. I am excited about, getting an early game, healing item. May not be exceptionally very powerful, Alright, now. Is there... Oh wow, we ran into some enemies. Alright. Nice guy. Yeah, nice guy in, a certain way. Wow, what a nice guy. Nice guy, yeah. Yeah, could you see Alex, wearing a fedora, like, unironically? I mean, he is a manipulative little bastard, but I don't think he's ever done anything, kind of nice guy-ish. You would? Yeah, you really would? Goodbye. Yeah, that's right, thank you. Alright, oh, we got an enemy that's, weak to Echo. Well, at least we have a couple of offensive degen. Alright, Deacon pass. I don't know, how do I get that treasure chest that's over there? I want that. Alright, something tells me... Alright, now. Oh, something tells me we're going down. No, we went down, no. Alright, now let's climb the vines down here. Grab this. We got a full metal vest. No, I didn't get to get my full metal vest. No. Alright, we might as well juggle. Alright, many goblins are weak to fire, right? Oh wait, they're weak to wind. Never mind. Alright, I was wrong. Alright, they're apparently weak to wind. Alright, now. Yeah, probably give this to Gina because she has the least defense. Probably give a little more defense to Gina. Alright, that was a little bit of a, spicy detour. Wait, isn't there a Daimi's hack somewhere? Don't fall through the cracks, huh? Alright. Alright, now. Oh, I think the pillar might be collapsing. No, so I think that pillar, collapsed. Alright, looks like we're gonna need pound. Goblins are weak to Goblin Slayer. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, makes sense to me. That works for me! Alright, whirlwind of excitement. Juggle, 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 gotta juggle the enemies. Alright, juggling the enemies seems to have worked. Ah, please excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. Face down, we're not kidding around. What's that sound? Your pride hitting the ground, and I've come too far to let him down. Get up, get up, get up. Face down, we're not kidding you. Oh no, we were caught by surprise. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. These bad guys are playing dirty. That's not fair. The bad guys are playing dirty. Alright, fire juggle, go. Yeah, like that. Take that, goblin. Take that, you gobbo. Yeah, just to be clear, there are nice goblins that exist in the world, but I'm pretty sure these guys don't count as nice goblins, so we're not gonna worry about that. Alright, bad guy. Uh-oh. We got a spooky, scary skeleton. Spooky, scary skeleton send shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. We're so sorry, skeletons. You're so misunderstood. We're so alright, DSP-isms. What? There's like a skeleton like in front of me, dude. It's like really spooky and all that. It's like I don't understand, dude. What do you mean we're gonna have to fight some skeletons, man? What? So, what? The juggle is alright now. I can't believe we're like playing this game and we started with waifus. That's like, you know, something disparaging about the Japanese and how they're definitely 100% horny and all that. But you know, I don't think it's necessarily safe to say that. But DSP would definitely do that. DSP would probably say something like, you know, the Japanese are like super duper horny, man, and they're all about waifu culture, and that's like super degenerate and all that. You know, unlike me, who is definitely not an e-beggar, you troll. Yeah, stop spreading that kind. Yeah, you need to stop detracting on me, dude. Yeah, we got we got something called a thymus axe. What? I got something called a themis axe? What is a themis axe, dude? It like says it's, you know, gives 74 attack to Felix here. What should I equip that to him? Should I like equip that to him, or should I like give it to one of the wait, the girls can't equip that? That's like, you know, kind of that's kind of like you know, blippity blip, you know, sexist or something. And yeah, it's saying, you know, grills can't, you know, get axes, dude. You know, you know, back when I was working for the helicopter company, got into, you know, streaming. I had to like change a lot, dude. I used to be like really immature, dude, and you know, make all sorts of, you know, sexist jokes. Yeah, all of you in chat are being detractors right now. I am not a game journalist, dude. By the way, you're like super duper banned. By the way, we're not actually banning people. Don't do that. We're not actually banning people, so don't do that. Yeah, it's just something that DSP does all the time. You know, threaten to ban people. Yo, what is this? What is this move that, you know, Felix is doing? It's like called a stoner justice or something. Whoa, what does that mean? Does that mean like Felix is like a stoner? What? No, what are you talking about? I'm totally confused, dude. I'm not totally confused. You're the one who's totally confused. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, you need to stop detracting on me. Otherwise, that's gonna get you permanently banned. By the way, we're not actually banning people, by the way. Just to make it clear. Yeah, you better stop detracting on me, dude. Yeah, you know, being a detractor is like, you know, it's like super duper, you know, a super duper band, dude. So what does stoner justice do, man? Does it like attack people with like earth element, you think? Your back doesn't ban. Doesn't ban the I am not cute. What are you talking about, dude? That is like a bunch of fake news and false information, dude. That's like false information. That's gonna result in, getting banned. Ban, gone forever. What should the detractors take that like out of context to try and mean something it doesn't mean? Alright, I think that's enough TSPSMs for now. No. Alright, we're chasing this little red creature around. What is it called again? Like a Dijon? Is that like Dijon mustard or something? That's really weird. That's really weird. You can tell that's like a Japanese thing. What are you talking about? That's not Japanese. You're being a detractor right now. You're detracting from me. Yeah. Probably though. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Wait. All right. Yeah, that's really funny, isn't it? All right, real fun. All right, that's super funny. I swear. Welcome. All right now. All right now. Hey, all right. All right now, crap. All right. We got an item called a nut. That's super disgusting, dude. Nah, I can't believe these Japanese game developers, dude. They're always coming up with these things. They're always coming up with the most weird things in any video game, and that's super duper gross, dude. Yeah. By the way, stop saying I'm being mean to. Stop saying that I'm being mean to the Japanese. That's not. Yeah. By the way, that's something that DSP does. That's not something I believe. Yeah. Yeah. DSP is always like that. Yeah. Yeah. DSP started doing that, especially whenever he sees beautiful women on the screen. Especially when he's playing any game that's vaguely Japanese. He was even doing it, on Yakuza of all things. Can you believe he rage quit Final Fantasy VII because he didn't want to see Tifa in a bikini? That's really weird, isn't it? Yeah, he was being a real weirdo about that. I mean, what's not to love about Tifa being in a bikini? I mean, it's Tifa, man. I mean, she's really beautiful and awesome and cool. And she has all the cool final moves. All right now, Echo. Yeah, that's gonna be super effective against the skeleton. Give us bonus XP. All right, yeah, give us bonus XP. Yeah. Yeah, DSP is yeah. What's not to love about Tifa? Well, you gotta remember, DSP is like a boomer, yeah. You gotta remember, DSP is so old that it's basically like a boomer or something, yeah. He's 43 years old, and he's over 40, and rages at Mario Kart. In fact, have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen him play? Have you guys seen him play? Tears of the Kingdom. Back when got that viral clip on TikTok. Nah, that was definitely very funny. Yeah, that was definitely very funny because he was so bad at it. They compared him to Amelia Watson back when Amelia Watson was around. Yeah, and Amelia Watson solved it with her brain, and DSP solved that one ball puzzle, with sheer luck. Does just show kind of a difference in their intellect, just to show their difference in their ability. Alright now. Yeah, DSP's brain is very small, yeah, and very smooth. No, barely seen anything from the dude. Well, I don't blame you. Alright now. No, it's getting away. No, it's getting away. Oh, whip, it fell down a hole. Whip, alright, I guess that guy fell in the hole. Yeah. Yeah, basically there was this, you remember that one ball puzzle from the game? Yeah, basically DSP did Real bad at it. I should probably come over here and do this. Alright, I'm gonna have to move this around. Alright, I'm gonna have... Alright, now... Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, we ran into another goblin, yeah. Fools are often the loudest. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and DSP is definitely, is definitely very, if DSP, goes into a stream and he's not immediately e-begging or, being mean to, or being, disparaging towards his own audience, it's basically not a DSP stream. Yeah, you remember and DSP is like one to talk, when it comes to, developers being, horn dogs, because, DSP used to be a rather big horn dog, and, he likes to pretend he wasn't one. He also likes to pretend that the May the 1st incident definitely didn't happen. He's the guy that played with his little joystick, on camera in front of children, yeah. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yeah, if you catch what I mean. No, it's using pound on me. Ow! It pounded me. No, I got pounded. No. I got pounded. No. I only want to be pounded in the fun way. Yeah, he kind of played with his little joystick on camera in front of children. Yeah, that's the thing that DSP is known for. That's the thing that DSP is known in normie circles for. That's the thing that DSP is known for, yeah. And he likes to pretend otherwise. he likes to pretend that that totally didn't happen, dude. Yeah, I won't talk about the reason why he was banned from Blip TV back in the day, because he was doing some really not so nice things that were, yeah, he was doing something that quite a bit worse. Yeah, he was LARPing as one of the bad dudes from he was LARPing as one of the bad dudes from the regime with the mustache. Alright now. Oh wait. Now I have the pound cube. But I still need to get that fire degen. How does the dude still have a platform? Because he's the pig roach, that's why. Because DSP is the pig roach, that's why. He survives basically anything. Yeah. He's the guy that survived, VSojo, and he outlasted VSojo, so that's gonna go on his belt again. Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, the dude definitely doesn't have too much of an audience, really. Alright, I have an idea, I have an idea to trap this guy. We're gonna need the pound cube, though. Alright, let's give the pound cube to Gina. Alright, now, let's see. Alright, now, let's pound. Alright, let's teach Gina how to pound. Yeah, we're gonna teach Gina how to pound. Yeah, get it, pound? Alright, we got an ad break. Fake hero, you mean? Fake hero. Yeah, they're now exposed as a black company. Wow, can VTuber organizations stop catching L's? I kind of really sincerely wish that VTuber organizations would stop catching L's, but that'll never happen. That'll never happen in this economy. Alright, might as well go plasma. Alright, echo time. Alright, Fumi. Alright, now here comes the attack. Oh, it's a crit. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I am sorry. Just wait till I can start one. Alright, I hope that yours is more successful than VSojo. Hopefully you'll remember to pay your employees. Hopefully you'll remember that you're actually supposed to pay your employees. Yeah, that seems like something that's super important if you want to stay in a business, you know. Well, I guess whoever runs Vsojo never heard that, unfortunately. Of course I will pay you. That's right. That's right. You know better than not pay me. That's right. You know better. All right. Now we gotta get this angleworm. All right. The angleworm is sort of like an angel worm, only only a little less angular and more angular. Yeah, you guys out. All right now. All right, let's have Gina pound this big stone, big stone pillar. Yeah, big stone. By the way, what's down this way? All right, I recognize this place. All right, I might recognize this place. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. My favorite synergy that we learned so far is, the ability to pound. Oh no, Rat Soldier, ow. Alright, Rat Soldier's beating me up, no. I don't like that. I don't like being beaten up, no. Unless it's in the fun way with whips. Lash and pound. Yeah, we should teach Gina how to do both of those. It'll bring out a more interesting side of her personality, yeah. Alright, let's juggle. Actually, maybe I won't do that, no. Oh, cool, there's a ship over there. Hey, look, there's a ship right here. Alright, now. Alright, no, whoa, look, it's Minardi's ship. Alright, I sure hope nothing happens to it. Minardi's ship. It doesn't look like they sailed here, though. Of course not, they were killed in the lighthouse, weren't they? Do you think it could have drifted here? No? How else could it be here? If we hadn't have that thing you said to us, we could just take their boat. For all we know, that Orb is at the bottom of the sea with them. And there's no point hanging around here all day. Let's go let's see if finding ourselves a ship we can use. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we were able to use this one, unfortunately. Lash and pound. Lash and pound sound like super funny things. Alright, now I will teach Gina both of those. Those will be really funny for her. She is the one that uses fire element after all. Alright now. I sure hope we aren't gonna have to hang on to the Mercury Legion that we can't use. Alright now. Now we got cannon. Make a tremor hit. Alright, now what's in this cave here? Indra Cavern. I don't know if we can, progress there. No, what's that? Oh no, rats! No, we're rats. We're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all the rules. Let's see what kind of... I think Gina prefers to lash and pound with Isaac, though. That is true, yeah. That is definitely, 100%, that is definitely, what Gina would do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did do that. After all, they did have a kid, yeah. Wait, they had a kid. Wait, that was their son, right? After all, they did have a kid together. After all, Isaac and her did have a kid together. Alright, now. Alright, we're kind of running low on synergy, so we need to be kind of careful here. Alright, now. Alright, let's go. Plasma. Oh, wow, Plasma really did a whole bunch of damage. Alright, Plasma is pretty strong at the beginning, at this point in the game. Alright, now we... Oh, a troll? Oh no. Oh no, we're being trolled! We're being trolled! Ow, we're being trolled! We're being trolled! Alright, Stone Justice, go! Yeah, that's right, get wrecked. Alright, nice. I see that, I see. Uh-oh, we're up against... Alright, now we're up against a mini-goblin. Up against a mini-goblin. No, wait. Alright, now we might as well... Alright, now we might as well take out the goblin. Alright, now, so where is that city we're supposed to go to? Alright, now, I want to reach there soon. Alright, please stop bullying Gina, please. Alright, nice, we leveled up, that's good. Good thing we leveled up. I think we're gonna have to go no head this way. Alright now. We built up a bit, so we should be fine. Alright now, Plasma. Alright, Juggle, go. Alright, that Juggle is taking care of business pretty nicely. Alright, so where... Alright, so where exactly is the city that we're supposed to look for? Alright, I think I missed it somewhere. I don't know, if we keep running into enemies, it'll be a little bit rough. Alright, now go, Stone Justice. Alright, now I'll take him down. Nice, the enemy went down, nice. Alright, I don't think that way is the way we're supposed to go. Alright, now we got rats to worry about. Alright, now. Stone Justice. Alright, now hopefully it's not defending. Alright, now we took it down. Alright, kind of wish the air conditioning would stop running. You know, we kind of have to keep... I kind of have to keep it going, unfortunately. You know, because it's like there was like a big heat wave today. It was the middle of a big heat wave today, so you know, I kind of had to keep it going for quite a while today. And I don't really like heat waves now. I don't like heat in general. Alright, he's using Herb, that's okay. Alright, we should be able to beat it regardless. Yeah, it only does it when it's like really low in health. Melinda, you were always hot. No, you think so, huh? Alright, I think we're supposed to go... Alright, yeah, we're supposed to go through the cavern, aren't we? Alright, good thing I leveled up in here then. Oh, there is something here. Alright, looks like there's something here. Alright, now let's get Lash. Let's get Lash so we can get up here. And grab what's over here. Alright, this is a summon. Alright, now we got our first special summon of the game. We can now summon Zangan. We need 1 Venus and 1 Mars. Alright, we got a good summon. We got a decent summon to start the game with. That's pretty nice. Alright, kind of weird. Now where is that one city? A minute. Alright, now. And we got a lot of enemies here. Alright, we got some enemies here. Alright, we need to be kind of careful about our synergy. Yeah, we're kind of running a little low on it. Right now, Flare, that should take care of it. Nice, the enemies have all been taken care of. Alright, that's a ship we ran into. Alright, now Rat Soldier, we should be able to take it out with, you know, just normal attacks, right? Yeah, if we Stone Justice, we're gonna be able to take it out. Alright, now. Alright, now, so where is that city that we're looking for? Oh no, a rat. Alright, it's probably gonna defend first, it's probably gonna defend first turn. Yeah, I knew it was probably gonna defend first turn. Alright, please stop defending. Alright, you know, defending all the time is, you know, kind of a little annoying. Oh, whoop, what's over here? Oh, skeletons. Alright, we're being spooked by spooky boys. Alright, we're being spooked by some spooky boys, so we better be careful. I think we'll be fine, though. Alright, Echo, we're gonna get super effective. We're gonna get a super effective. Alright, and then we're gonna Fume. Alright, the town should be... Ah, there it is. Alright, first and foremost, let's get inside of town. Hey there, hold your guard. What seems to be trouble? Just wait there. Alright, so no. They don't look like they're Champa. I agree. Sorry for the delay, you may pass. What are you checking us for? Our town was sacked by pirates? But pirates? Oh no! They come the freighter leader Briggs? Oh no. They come from the east and a small party and we repelled them with ease? And then foreigners struck in the west and exploited the weak point of our prison? It's over now though, feel free to relax and enjoy your time here. Alright, sounds like things have been pretty stressful for you guys. That kinda sucks, doesn't it? That kinda sucks for you guys. Alright, this doesn't really have... Alright, let me check you out. Alright, we got a magic rod. Alright, might as well get the magic rod for, you know, Sheba. Now let's get 60 for the old mace. And let's get a game ticket for you. I want to check out what the other shop has. Alright, now leather caps. Alright, might as well get some leather boots. Oh, the leather boots are kind of expensive right now, aren't they? Alright, now thank you for the free game tickets, at least. Now, alright, the leather boots may not be the greatest thing ever, but they'll help out a little bit. Alright, might as well get a leather armlet for Gina. Alright, now, do you have any rare stuff? No, you don't. Alright, now, will the bat... Alright. Now, my Thymus axe is a little bit better than, you know, the battle axe. Alright, we better get to... Alright, hopefully we have just enough money to, you know, go there. Alright, good thing we got that Thymus axe, huh? Now, you think I'm always so hot? I mean, and the money does have a best, but, yeah. So Peridot has 10% attack, less HP than Squire, but 10% more defense and 20% more agility, and the luck has 30% luck, and so 30% all stats all around. Alright, that sounds really nice. Alright, now, and I know... Alright, we're all rested up, so we should be fine. Alright, now. Alright, now Magic Rod Merc. Alright, now Stone Justice. Alright, that takes care of the Mini Goblin, and we got a Sleep Bomb, nice. Alright, now. Oh, there's a Venus Legion. Oh, nice. Oh, Venus Legion. Alright, I want this. Alright, you're like weak to wind. So I'm gonna use Plasma. Alright, now Juggle, Juggle, Juggle. Alright, Fume. Alright, now it's using Growth. Ow. Sheba took a big hit, but that's okay. Alright, now we should be fine, though. Alright, Plasma. Alright, now I'll use Juggle to, you know, do a big damage. Alright, good thing that Gen are, you know, relatively easy. They do hit hard with their synergies, though. Which is pretty... They hit hard with their synergies, but they're not that hard. And I got myself. All right, and I got. All right, and now Felix has two. Has two. All right, boost the party's defense. No, excuse me. No, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about all that. Sorry about all that. Sorry about all that. Oof. Man, I'm sorry. Sorry about all that. Alright, so I'm gonna save here. Alright, I'm gonna save here because I have been playing for quite a while. So I might as well go on Twitch to see who I can raid. Alright, and alright, this game, you know, this game isn't too bad. I did have a bit of a rough patch, you know, not too long ago, but it's perfectly fine. Alright, so, alright now. Alright, raid Farah the Bat. Whoop, no, that's misspelled. Alright, now, there we go. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you had plenty of fun. Remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon, for we are stuff dreams are made of. Bye-bye now. Yeah, sorry about the first stream, you know, not working out. But it should be fine now. So, you know. Alright, Moonbat raid. There we go. Goodbye. Oops, whoops, whoa.